So excited to be here. Again, my name is Elizabeth Turner, and I'm currently the director of choir and musical theater at St. Thomas University here in Miami, Florida. I joined the faculty here in January to kick off this new program. This choir's been under 2 years, and with COVID and everything, it's been a little crazy the past couple of years, and musical theater is kicking off this year. So today we're going to kind of do a little info session about the school and if people wanted to perform. Our school, we are a Catholic, a Christian school, but, it doesn't have to be necessarily just about Christian music today. A little bit about myself. I love all types of music. I grew up singing classical music, musical theater, and when I was in high school, I did more jazz, pop rock. I did my original songwriting. I grew up in New Hampshire, just north of Boston, and I always knew that music was going to be a part of my life. And in figuring out where I wanted to go, I decided to go to actually the Berklee College of Music in Boston for my undergraduate degree because I loved all types of styles of music. But it was very strict conservatory training. I then took a few years off to perform. I did a lot of fun gigs from cruise ships to theme parks and national tours, which was really wonderful. And then I decided, you know what, I really would like to go back to school. So Berkeley had opened their master's program over in Spain. So I went for a couple years and did that, and I got my master's in music and voice, which was great. Then went back to New York and was diving more into teaching. I was involved in the music business in New York and music publishing for Concord Music Publishing, which was really great to see the business side of the industry, not just performing, but as a songwriter, how do you get your songs published? How do you negotiate contracts and things like that? And I still wasn't done with school. I still wanted to go back to school. And so 2 years ago, I actually started my doctoral degree, my doctoral studies through St. Thomas University here in Florida. And I will be walking with my doctorate of education next year. So I'm a very busy woman. I love all types of music and with the arts again, not just classical or musical theater, but I appreciate jazz, pop, rock. I compose as well. I have my own original musical, and I really loved that now that I'm in this environment that I'm really able to combine my Christian faith with my music. So that is me in a nutshell. In some of these names, I notice I have been talking to you already, and I see some new faces here. So maybe we could just quickly introduce ourselves, and I'd love to know who you are, where you're from, what year you are in school, how long you've been singing, do you play any instruments, do you have a favorite style of music that you like, and what are you looking for in your musical training? So maybe we could start. Is it Fiorella? Am I saying that right? Fiorella?
Yes.
Wonderful. You want to say hi to everyone?
Uh, Hello. I'm Fiorella. I am currently in my sophomore year of high school. I am from Bronx, New York. I was born and
Oh,
raised.
no way. Okay. So I lived in Brooklyn, so we were neighbors.
Um,
Great.
and then yeah, I've been studying music, singing wise since I was 7. So I love just singing, and especially I majored in classical. So, and then probably one thing I want to look for with my training is definitely just to get, I guess, sort of a gist more on like perspectives on singing. And yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear your voice. And what did you want to sing today, too?
I'm going to sing Isiba by Gabrielle Fauré.
Wonderful. I love Foray. Great. Awesome. Thank you, Fiorella. And Cooper, how's it going? Are you there?
Hi, my name's Cooper. I'm a junior in high school. I live out in Washington State. Let's see, what am I looking for in my musical training? I am looking to expand myself, just use my voice to its fullest extent. I think I have a lot of tools in my toolbox now, and I'm very happy about that. And I want to use them. I want to use all of them to the best of my ability.
Wonderful. And do you have a favorite style of music you like or composer?
Favorite style of music that I like. It's like asking their parent to pick their favorite child.
Oh boy.
I will say this right now. I am in a jazz choir right now for my high school, and for my personal music teacher, we are doing a jazz themed concert. So right now, I am shoulders deep in jazz music. So
Wonderful, wonderful. And you know it's all very useful. It's all, related to each other. Sometimes I did a lot of jazz when I was in high school and college as well, and then I didn't touch it for 5 years, and then I'm doing it again. So it never hurts to discover that great repertoire. Great, thanks, Cooper. Glad you're here. And let's see, Connor, are you there? You want to say a quick hello?
Hello, I am here. Sorry, I'm like running around trying to find
No
everything.
worries.
I am a going into my senior year of my undergraduate in voice performance. I am kind of excited but nervous about the future. I don't really know exactly where I'm supposed to be or what I'm supposed to be doing yet, but especially in this changing world that we currently have going on.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm really enjoying getting to like see all the different perspectives, different kinds of music and things like that through this conference, and starting to kind of narrow down exactly what I want to do.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I have my sister, she's kind of the same age and she's in the same boat trying to figure out, what to do and but you guys are young. So you've got the whole world ahead of you, but I love that you're open-minded and everything. Great, Connor. And let's see, Emily, are you there?
Hi, sorry. I already let CS Music know that I actually am going to be not available
Oh,
because,
okay. Don't worry.
you know,
We
I'm just going to be
appreciate you
listening in.
tuning in. Sounds good. And Jillian, did you want to say a quick hello? Okay. And as always, if you have questions or comments, you can always raise your hand or send me a message here in the chat. So, what I'd love to do, if there's anyone that wants to sing today, maybe we could be serenaded for a little bit, and then we'll do some workshopping, and then we can get in. And I can tell you more about our program here at St. Thomas and to help you along your paths of figuring out what you want to do through music. Um, so, Fiorella, did you want to sing some foray for us?
Sure. All right.
Wonderful. And you can sing, whether a cappella or if you have the accompaniment. This is kind of, a no judgment zone. This is a safe space, a safe atmosphere. It's a wonderful Friday afternoon here, so we're going to hear your beautiful foray. Tell us, before we start, a little bit about this piece for those of us that may not be familiar with it.
Well, just to just on what the piece is about, it's really a beautiful piece. So Isiba, Tulili Yamara, here below. So it's just kind of reminiscing about this idea about how it's different here on Earth, and it's very sad. It's a very sad piece.
Sure, sure. Yeah, foray is, pretty in depth, pretty serious. Great. So whenever you're ready, I'm gonna mute myself so I'm not a
I just, that's not break the chair. All right. Are you able to hear the accompaniment? Okay, great.
Wonderful. Wow, beautiful. Bravo. Round of applause. That's stunning. Very, very nice. I can tell you've been working hard on that. How did that feel?
Oh, good.
Good.
love this piece, so.
Yeah, similar. I think back when I was in high school, foray is great to start off with French, and this goes for everyone. If you're afraid of French or you just want to tackle it, there's definitely a lot of beautiful pieces out there. I think this is a great piece for you. I think definitely a lovely soprano. All those notes came out really strong and clear. I think you can even go more in depth with dynamics. I know it's hard over Zoom and everything, but especially with Fore, also a similar song, Après un rêve, you can really milk, those legato lines in the dynamics a little bit. But I thought your presence is lovely. And also, reminds me, you could, I'm such an entrepreneur too. I'm always thinking about the business side or, CDs and recordings. Um, you could record like a whole album of oratorios or a whole album of sacred music, similar pieces like this. I would listen to that all day. You have time. Do you want to perform that one more time for us?
Sure.
And I think your onset was lovely. I think, now that you've gotten it under your belt, really, you can be dramatic with some of these dynamics. I don't have the piece of music in front of me, but if there's, if it's written, tanto pianissimo, if it's written, very quiet, or if there's, fortes, if it's louder in some certain sections, maybe we can just hear kind of that difference, just experimenting, what it would sound like a little bit different.
Yeah, cool, totally.
Wonderful.
C'est beau, tous les nuits l'amour, tous les chants des oiseaux s'accourent. Je rêve aux idées qui demeurent toujours. Et si beau, les lèvres effleurent souriant laisser derrière velours. Je rêve aux baisers qui demeurent toujours. Et si beau, tous les hommes pleurent, les amitiés et les amours. Je rêve au couple qui demeure, au couple qui demeure, qui demeure toujours.
Beautiful, beautiful. And much better with those dynamics. That's really going to also help your breathing, especially at the end, when you go back down to those low notes and you're almost out of breath. Don't feel like you have to sing those, so loud. I think that was perfect volume that you had. But I think this is great for your repertoire. I think you could sing this at a lot of different events, even though it's more on the somber side. You could do it at a funeral one day. You could do it, at a concert presentation for a competition piece. So very, very nice. Thanks for sharing that. Does that help a little bit?
Yes, no, it helps so much. Thank you so much.
That's great. I'm curious in New York, is there a particular school you belong to or a specific teacher you study with?
Yeah, I go to school at LaGuardia.
Oh, okay, great, great, wonderful. Very, very good. Was there anyone else that wanted to sing? It could be any style. Doesn't have to be a whole song or a 16 bar cut.
Yes, Liz. Two people spoke to me,
Great.
Connor and Cooper. Okay,
Great.
Connor and Cooper. So which one of you would like to go first?
Cooper, you can go first if you'd like. I'm still trying to get some things together.
Is Cooper here?
Maybe everyone's getting their
Oh,
stuff together.
I had to readmit him.
Oh, okay.
Cooper, are you here?
Yes, my apologies. My Zoom just crashed. I
Okay.
can still see a blank me on the screen. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, we see you.
Okay.
All right, Cooper, can you go next?
Yes.
Great. What would you like to sing?
I will sing Del Cabello Masuti by Fernando Obradors.
Wonderful. Wow, sophisticated stuff today. Tell us again, for those that are not familiar with this, what would you like to sing? I mean, tell us about the piece.
Okay, so yeah, this piece is a love song. And it's kind of like the after the fact where he's looking on to this woman who he sees, and he talks about her hair and how he'd like to braid it in a nice chain and pull her to his side, and then he talks about how he wishes he was a pitcher of water in her home because every time she would drink from it, her lips would go on the pitcher and it would be like a kiss.
Great, great. Well, we're gonna be serenaded by your song. Take a deep breath, relax, and pretend that we're not here.
All right.
Pretend like you're just, jamming in your room or your car.
El cabello más sutil que tienes en tu trenzado eres una cadena para traerte a mi lado. Una alcarraz en tu casa, chiquilla quisiera ser, para besarte en la boca, cuando fueras a beber.
Bellissima. Short and sweet as well. Wonderful. Very nice, very lovely classical voice. How did that feel?
It felt good. It felt more airy than usual.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think you've got a great range. And I would be curious to hear you do your jazz and your musical theater too. We could do this one, quickly again as well.
Mhm.
I think, with these legato lines,
Right?
taking even bigger breaths.
Okay.
Okay, you've got a nice grounded stance, but I think you can open up, be a little bit more free with your presentation. Don't feel like a singer's feel like you can be so straight and stiff and constricted. And even with my vocal coaches, I do a lot of exercises, really opening up my body, my upper body. So maybe we could try that one more time.
All right.
And, your body can be a bit free,
Okay.
just as an experiment. And let's see if that helps with the breath, making it more in control.
All right. Thank you.
El cabello más sutil que tienes en tu trenzado debe ser una cadena para traerte a mi lado. Una alcarraz en tu casa, Chiquilla quisiera ser besarte en la boca cuando fueras a beber. Oh.
Amazing, great, much better. That's how I felt like I was at the Met watching a performance. And I love that time you took a little bit more risks with your body, and I think it was a little bit different in sound from the breathiness you
Yes.
kind of mentioned before. Um, so I would practice in the mirror sometimes, recording yourself. But I think this is a great piece for you as well.
Yes. Thank you.
Well done, Cooper,
you.
especially with the language as well.
Thank you.
And remind me, what year are you?
I'm a junior.
Great, exciting. And let's see, I think we have Connor and Annie. Did you want to sing as well? Oh, good.
There
I
we go.
think
Hello.
Connor's
Yes, I
ready.
did want to sing if there's time.
Perfect.
Hi, I have something very short that I can sing.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be singing Malinconia ninfa gentile by Bellini.
Wonderful. Go for it.
Here, let me just make for sure y'all can hear this. Awesome. Okay. All right. Malinconia ninfa gentile, la vita mia consacrate, chi tuoi piaceri, chi tieni a vile, ai piacer ferina donone, così colline che salidei, udire il fine, pago io vivrò. Ne mai quel fonte potesi miei, ne mai quel monte trapasserò. Trapasserò. Ne mai potesi miei, trapasserò. Ne mai trapasserò. Ne mai trapasserò. No, no, mai.
Great. We'll stop there. Beautiful. Wow. So impressed today with everyone. I wish we could form our own opera company. Very well done. How did that feel,
It
Connor?
felt all right. There were some
Yeah.
spots I was like,
Beautiful voice. And we forgot to talk about a little bit before the song. Tell us, for those that are
I
not
thought about that
familiar,
while I was singing. I was
Sure.
like,
sure, tell us a
Um,
little bit about the background.
basically Malinconia ninfa gentile means melancholy nymph, full of gentile. And so it's basically the character that I'm presenting is basically like consecrating himself to this nymph, or this woman of his desire. And so he's saying, I will never get past this emotion of love. I will never get past this fountain of pleasure, this mountain of love. I will never be able to get beyond that because I consecrate myself to you.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought, technically you sang this, wonderful with the rhythms and your intonation. But now that we know this backstory, maybe you could do it one more time for us, and we
Okay.
could see more of that in your stage presence.
Okay.
With your body, with your face. I know it's hard, to relate to that a little bit, but how would you interpretate that? Also, I think, with the language, I know it's hard over Zoom, maybe it could be a little bit more crisper, a little bit more
Okay.
clearer, especially with these consonants. So let's try it one more time, working on stage presence and really getting that language out.
mia ninfa gentile, la vita mia consacrate, I tuoi piaceri, chi tieni a vile, ai piacer belli nato così colline chiesa di beni, udir al fine agueo vivrò. Ne mai quel fonte potesi miei, ne mai quel monte trapasserò. Ne mai potesi miei, trapasserò, ne mai trapasserò, ne mai trapasserò, no, no, mai.
Great, much better. Yeah, that time we could see, I think your intentions more clearly. For those of us that, don't know the language or, are hearing it for the first time, I think we're able to understand that much better. But that's great. I'm excited for you and to see where your career takes you. And let's see, Annie, did you want to go?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Awesome. Great. What would you like to sing?
I could sing "Brave" by Sarah Bareilles. Or I could
Perfect.
sing, or this song called "Breathe," like a Christian pop song.
Yeah, either's fine. Either's fine. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do "Brave."
Okay.
I've been having some technological issues with tracks and stuff
Oh,
today.
no worries. It's all
But
good.
hopefully it'll.
And I mean, we've heard, this song on the radio before, Brave. But tell us what this song, means to you.
I'm so sorry. This is my speaker. I keep trying to get it to work, and I don't know why when I need it to work, it isn't.
Oh, no worries.
I'm
You
sorry.
can do a cappella if you want, or
Yeah, I was just gonna play the track on my phone because it helps
yeah.
follow along with the song. What was your question about?
So tell us, we've heard this song on the radio before, but what does this song mean to you personally?
Personally, it's about, being brave and not being afraid to express your opinions and your own convictions about life, especially in our current, in my opinion, cancel culture where people are literally scared to speak their minds.
Sure.
This song can be about that. It can also be a song, just not being afraid to be yourself no matter what.
Great.
And I think this song can be related to a lot of things, not just that, but that's kind of what it means to me right now in this moment. And there have been other moments in my life when it's meant something else to me. So
Great. All right, well, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Disney. Witness the origin.
Okay.
Different song?
I don't think that's what I thought it was. Okay. I think I clicked the wrong thing or something. Yes. You can turn praise into a weapon of love. You can be the outcast to be the backlash somebody's not love. Or you can start speaking, say what you... Oh God.
Da 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 da.
Send that He's never left. When you can start speaking up, nothing's gonna hurt you the way it hurts you. The things that don't need to skin. Kept on the inside, no sunlight, sometimes the shadows. I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave.
Good. I'm gonna stop you right there, actually. Lovely voice, lovely pop voice, and I could definitely see where you could go with the whole Christian country music too, as well. This is an important song because we're singing about being brave. But right now, you don't look too brave. So I want to do that part just again with you one more time. Confidence. Okay, so whatever gets you in that zone, whether it's you just won a game or you got an A or whatever it is, when you're performing, maybe other people are looking up to you. You want to encourage them. You want to inspire them. Maybe it's little kids or older people, because you the voice, you got the technique down, you got all that. That's fine. You sound great. Let's work on your demeanor a little bit, your stage presence. You can smile more. Brave. Okay, sound good? Good. Yeah, try that same thing one more time. You got it.
The outcasts to be the backlash of somebody's not love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way that hurts you. Things I don't need to say. Kept on the inside, lose sunlight, sometimes the shadows. I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be
Good, we'll stop there. Much better. 10 times much better. So much of a difference. That felt better, right? Yeah, and I mean, beautiful smile, and that felt, warm, friendly, more encouraging. I felt, inspired and encouraging. So just remember, if you're going to do a big, beautiful, powerful song like that, you really want to, display that. I think you got a great voice for recording. I think you could also do contemporary musical theater as well. So wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. All the best to you. And I think we got time for one more. Amanda, would you like to sing for us?
Sure. I'm gonna sing. Sorry. Okay, now I can say. I'm gonna sing. Oh my gosh, what is the name of this song? Never Enough by The Greatest Showman.
Oh yes, this is a great one. Good.
I'll just sing a clip. Just
perfect. Perfect.
Can you hear the music? Cause darling, without you,
Wonderful. Thank you. I love that song. That's a great song for you. And you sing the heck out of that.
Thank you.
Very great. Yeah, definitely a wonderful pop, rock, contemporary voice in musical theater. You've got that mix. You've got that very strong mix. Um, One word of caution with this song, and if you sing other songs like this, um, don't feel like you need to belt it out every single time or every single chorus. I know it repeats a lot in this song. So I'm curious to hear even a little bit more of your head voice in some certain moments, even like at the beginning. Never enough, never, never, just to keep it a little bit different. Um, I think when I was doing summer stock gigs and cruise ship gigs, sometimes I would sing a song like this, for 6 hours straight, and your voice is gonna get really tired, doing that belt over and over again. Not to say that you can't do it, but and it sounds great, but just I'm curious to hear what it would sound like in your head voice too. Maybe we could try that one more time and see, in the beginning, adding a little bit more head voice and then kind of like ending with your chest voice or just mixing it up a bit more. Just an
Yeah,
experiment.
sure. Let's see here. All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold still too new. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me. Never enough, never enough, never enough for me, for me, for me.
Great, good adjustment. Yeah, different interpretation. So I think both sound great. That was really nice to hear more of your legit voice a little bit. So depending on the setting, the venue, the environment, um, just know that when you sing a song like that, it doesn't always have to be that bright forward mix. You could do it in head voice if you want, especially if you are doing a gig where you're singing a lot of songs like that one after another. Just to
And see,
keep.
I have I'm kind of, I'm not, I've sang for a long time, but most of my singing has been opera. So then,
Oh,
so then putting it
wow.
here is like,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm still figuring it out.
absolutely. And that's, opera training, sometimes we think, oh, I can't sing pop or rock, and that's not true. It's just all about, combining these tools and elements that you have. But I think you're doing that very nice. I never would have guessed.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, that was so great getting to hear everyone sing. Round of applause for everyone. I know it's not easy to get up and sing in front of friends you just met and don't know, so round of applause. And I hope that little critiques helped everyone working on stage presence, on dynamics, on diction, really connecting with those lyrics. We have some time for questions, and I also wanted to go tell you a little bit about what I do here at St. Thomas University. So let's see. Danielle, I don't know if I could share my screen. We'll figure that out. Good. Let's see. And we got some questions in the meantime. Yeah, Amanda, you have your hand up?
Yeah, I just had a question. Was somebody else gonna go right now to ask a question?
No, I think, yeah,
Oh,
you're good.
oh, okay, okay. No, I wanted to know, like, I missed the whole first part, so if you already said this, that's okay. I'll just watch the recording. But I wanted to know, like, for people, like, you know, I want to use everything that God has given me. Like, you know, singing opera, I love singing opera and I want to do that, but I also want to do other things too. But my question is like for somebody who wants to sing like contemporary Christian music or even just like pop music, um, how much do you need to be a songwriter? Um,
Mm.
and also, how do you get started in songwriting?
Wonderful questions. No, we didn't talk about that, and I'll speak about that. Um, one of my, I don't know if you see my quote, one of my quotes here is one who sings prays twice. So for me, it doesn't matter, what song, what style I'm singing. I come from a very great faith background. So whether that is, if I'm singing liturgical music, if I'm singing opera, if I'm singing pop rock, I think whatever, your style, and if you have that, share that same, faith, um, it can come in any style. Don't feel like it has to be country music or it has to be, Americana music or Christian, even musical theater. You can incorporate that into jazz. Um, with songwriting, uh, my advice is to start with piano. Okay, if you don't know an instrument, or if you're gonna pick up an instrument, piano is great. Start learning some chords. Sitting down, seeing what melodies come to you, um, and also diving into lyrics. Okay, I'm sure at this age and this time in the world, there's a lot of different lyrics that come to you. So just keep a diary, start writing things down. You may not look at it for another couple years, and maybe you come back to it and you see your lyrics, and then you're gonna put music to it. Also, don't feel like you have to write both lyrics and music. I do, but Sarah Bareilles does. But there's definitely a lot of talented people out there that just focus on composition, that just focus on the musical part of it, or they're much stronger lyricists and they only do the lyrics. So if you're feel like you're weak in one of those areas, maybe collaborating with someone. Maybe there's someone here today that you could collaborate with. But that's my if you're first just starting out, get a diary, get a book, see if you can learn some chords, major and minor chords on the piano, writing some lyrics. I think, for some Christian artists, if you listen, Amy Grant, she was one of my first inspirations. If you ever listen to her, she does some writing, but she also sings other writers' music as well. But I love how she has done a lot of also like jazz. She's blended into blues and country, and she's great. I went to one of her concerts in New York a while back ago, and she invited me to sing up on stage with her, and she's a really good human being at heart too. And even, I mean, she's married to Vince Gill, so they do a lot of country stuff. So finding artists like that, um, there's contemporary Christian country artists too, like Kelsey Ballerini, that have like subtle influences in there, even though it's kind of pop and mainstream. But yeah, making a list of artists that you look up to, and you don't want to copy their music, but seeing how your music can be influenced, vice versa. Does that help a bit?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
Great. Okay. Any other questions? Did I miss some? Oh, Fiorella, I think I see.
Yeah, so I just had a question about just like a general. So, as like a young artist thinking of doing this in the future as a career, like what would you give some sort of advice?
Mm. Personally, I think it's good to have a diverse career. I've jumped back and forth from being a performer, an educator, a writer, working in the music business. I think, for any young singer, I tell students to really be diverse. We wear many different hats. Even, myself, I love actually teaching university because I'm doing everything. I'm conducting, I'm performing, I'm researching music, I'm teaching, I'm doing the administrative work. I like to do a lot of things. I like to stay busy and stay active. Um, Obviously, New York is very competitive, Broadway's very competitive. Um, you don't have to go just to New York. There's so many different cities, not only in the US, but in the world, where you can make music. Don't feel like you have to just go to LA, or you have to go to Nashville, or you have to go to New York. I'm in Miami right now. I never thought a year ago, I would be in Miami making music. And actually, I feel like this is kind of where God has put me, because in Miami, it is a very large Christian faith, Christian population, but a lot of, students that I have, let's say they've fled from another country, they've left war, they've left violence, they've left hurricanes, they've, left some unfortunate circumstances. So I feel like this is kind of my mission, is to help people through music. So I think, wherever God puts you in your life, I think you're there for a purpose. But don't feel like it just has to be performing. I mean, maybe you can always perform on the side, but you can write, you can coach people, you can arrange. I mean, there's so many different things you can do, and I'm happy to even continue these conversations offline in the future, and to serve as a mentor if I can introduce you, to anything like internships and stuff like that. I'm definitely here to help. Great question.
Thank you so much.
And I think I saw, was that Annie had a hand up too?
I actually have two questions. So
Yeah.
I'm in college right now. I go to the Catholic University of America.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I study musical theater there. But I'm thinking.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of transferring to a Christian college either in Palm Beach or in Miami.
Cool.
So St. Thomas, and then the other one I saw was like Palm Beach Atlantic. I think it's in there. Anyway, I was wondering like why St. Thomas chose to have like this workshop in particular. Like, is Christian music and contemporary pop and country music something that you guys like specialize in? Is it like a major or like?
Sure. Great question. So, the music at St. Thomas is very new. So we have a wonderful law school. We have a great nursing program. We have great, criminal justice, journalism. But they really wanted to offer more, co-curricular activities. So we started a marching band. We started this choir. We kicking off musical theater this year. We don't have like a music major yet, or a musical theater major yet. So if you're looking. Not to major like in musical theater, but we have a lot of students that are majoring in pre-med or criminal justice. But if you still want to keep up with your training, so we do all types of styles of music here. We were kind of, for the CS music, we're focusing more on kind of like Christian and sacred music, because if you go to a public university, unfortunately, you can't really focus on that. That's what I missed about Berkeley, where I loved, going to Berkeley. I was able to do jazz and pop and rock, but that's kind of why I chose to go back towards my roots as I got older, because I was really missing that component. Because unfortunately, at a lot of public schools, it's just very tricky. You can't share that, which I understand. But here, we're really trying to embrace that. And again, you don't have to be Catholic just to come here. We have students of all types of Christian denominations. We do weekly masses, but we also do praise and worship. We do, I see, I think Syl's question here is kind of the same thing too. She had said, they had said, being a worship leader, singing religious contemporary Christian music. This is kind of a place where you can get started doing that. We have, we do events in the community. We have almost 20 events each semester. We get a lot of concerts coming up, whether that's singing music for the sports games, whether that's singing, we do a baccalaureate, we do a graduation, we did an event for Black History Month. September is also Spanish Heritage Appreciation Month here down in Florida, so we're doing some Spanish tunes for that. So, we are trying to push contemporary, Christian music to teach students how to become cantors, how to become worship leaders. But it's probably not as a strict as environment as Catholic University, currently has. But we definitely are looking for leaders. So if you're someone that is in, has that interest to be a leader, definitely the right place for you, because it's so important. Our college mission is how to become a leader in whatever role you're in. For me, that's music, being a leader through music. And yes, and Scylla says, I'm a college graduate. Any advice for after graduation? I think tying together of how you can be a leader in your community, whatever that is, whatever community you're in, whatever city, whatever field. Maybe some of you do just music for fun. Maybe you don't want to, do it 24/7, which is perfectly fine. You don't have to do that, but how you can be a leader, help others through music. And I think, being able to wear many hats. Again, don't feel like you just have to be a performer, but you can teach, you can compose, you can arrange, you can work on the business side. We all need that. Good. And let's see. I was going to, oh, good. I can share my screen here. So I was just going to go over this quickly, and then I'll send this to you guys, hopefully as well if you want. So for St. Thomas, if you don't know us, we currently offer undergraduate, master's, and doctoral programs. So if you are looking to get a master's or doctoral degree, after your current university, you can come as well. We're close to the beaches, a lot of arts and culture here in Miami, and we have wonderful housing on campus as well. So we have our choir, all backgrounds, all styles, skills are welcomed. We have a lot of performance opportunities, and we can get course credit for it as well. Oops, there we go. Okay. This is the exciting part. So we do have a lot of scholarship money to give away at St. Thomas University. So just for voice, you can get up to $8,000 a year for choir, band, or musical theater. So say if you also play an instrument and you wanted to be in a band, or if you dance and wanted to be in musical theater too, you could get additional scholarships for that as well, which is very exciting. It's a pretty good chunk of money. Tuition per year is around $30,000. So you can get a big portion covered for being a part of the music program. And having, gone to a conservatory myself, they're not going to give a lot of scholarships, unfortunately. So at St. Thomas, we're really lucky that we're able to give scholarships. You can start applying at any time. We're rolling admissions, okay? So we accept applications 12 months, 365 days of the year, which is really great because I know some universities, they already had their cutoff already. And there's additional scholarships if you're coming from a Catholic school, if you're a Florida resident, if you have a high GPA, you can get, a presidential scholarship. We also do work study, so you could work in the music department, helping with the sheet music, helping with equipment, setting up for events, which is really wonderful. And, we say, become a leader, limitless opportunities. So again, band, if you play another instrument, so for example, if you play violin or cello or something that's not a typical marching band instrument, we could have you as part of our orchestra for our shows. We have some great internship programs. We're a very diverse culture here. We have a lot of international students, especially from Caribbean, South America, Europe, which is very exciting. Okay. And, obviously staying safe during COVID. Right now, we're lucky to be in Florida where we can rehearse and perform outside. So we've been under the palm trees making music. But of course, we've been practicing with good vocal hygiene, instrument care. And, St. Thomas, I guess to wrap this up, it's a wonderful place where you can incorporate your faith into your major and into your relationships, your passions, your career. And I think Amanda was just asking me, do they offer opera? We don't have, a specific major in opera right now, but not to say that there's not opportunities for that. We have a lot of performance opportunities on campus and in Miami. So if, opera is something that you're passionate about, or sacred music, or, contemporary Christian, we can definitely make that happen to you. It's kind of tailoring this program to you, to what you want. Great. I think we got a couple more minutes for any other questions or thoughts. Anything that we didn't talk about? I knew I threw a lot at you guys there.
I think Connor asked a question. Is it Connor or Amanda? Amanda, do they offer opera? Did you answer that one?
Yeah, I think we were just talking about that. So, not to say that in a couple years, because this program is very new, we, may have these majors or these minors, but for right now, it's really creating your own opportunities, I would say. It's not like we're going to say, no, you can't do opera here, but it's about, starting those opportunities for sure. And Annie?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering like if Southern Florida, since I was thinking about moving there or transferring to down there, I was wondering if Southern Florida was a good place to get a start as like a Christian pop singer or a country singer. I know that's probably like more like Nashville, but like, are there a lot of opportunities for that in Florida?
I think so. That's a great question. You're right. Nashville's been a big hub. Atlanta's been a big hub. A lot of people don't think about Southern Florida as, a hot spot. But honestly, myself being, New York, from Boston and New York and coming here, I think there's wonderful opportunities down here. I think people want the culture. I think there's an audience for it. It's not as competitive or strict as some of these other cities. So I think, if you're looking to get started into a Christian career or even a music career, there's wonderful opera companies down here as well, musical theater. So I think, whether you're looking for contemporary Christian, musical, jazz, there's a big jazz scene. Fortunately, I was in New York last weekend and a lot of the jazz clubs are closing. In Florida, we can do a lot of things. We can do outside. We can be by the beach. So I think, there's definitely a lot of opportunities. Yeah, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Good. All righty. Anything else I didn't answer? Great. Well, this was so wonderful. I hope this was helpful for you all. I hope you guys feel a little inspired and encouraged, whatever programs you guys are in. And I'm always here, happy to help you, guide you along with your careers. If you're ever in South Florida, please come by and say hi. But please keep in touch. I don't know if you got my emails, but I'll see if I can send this to everyone. Oh, good. Yeah, Turner, Elizabeth Turner at stu.edu. Some of you I've spoken to already, but if we haven't chatted already, I'd love to chat with you guys some more. But best of luck this spring with all your grades, your classes, any graduations, and keep singing. Had some really, really wonderful voices today, so I'm so impressed with all of you, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for each and every one of you.
Wow, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Did you say your email was eturner at stu.edu?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, wonderful. I think this was an enlightening session. Thank you so much, Liz, for all of what you had to share with us today. And the singers, beautiful singing. Congratulations to all of you. Here ends another session in the CS Music Online Convention. I hope that you continue to enjoy it, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. All right, take care.
Bye, guys. Good luck.
Bye.
Thank you.